For some reason, I just
There it
say,
is. I think it's because you're far.
oh, be right
It's
up
good.
on it?
It's good now.
Yeah. All right. So, I got Shadow behind the camera. And off the top, I can't tell you what episode this is, but we're on Grand Avenue in front of the Prince mural. And I'm about to interview Melomanic about his new album, May. Dope interview, dope musician, one of Phoenix's finest. You gotta check him out. I'm proud of this kid. The music is solid. Y'all need to check it out for Xmas, right? It's the Xmas season, y'all. Check out Melomanic in the interview concerning the album May. And we're back. I am dressed crazy, but I don't care. I was having one of those kind of days. I'm here with Melomanic once again. How you doing, man? You know you got that. Yeah, I do that too.
Human sweat, you know?
So, we're gonna talk about a few things. I'm glad he's here. We started the podcast with, I keep forgetting the name of that song, even though that's my favorite one on there. Deep Breath. But more to come on that. My thing is, what's with truckers? Why do they always want to race? You want to race? You should have got a car. Cause I eat you up all the time unless, of course, you are a Raptor. I might give you that. Or one of them Dodge Hemi boys. You know, I ain't trying to race them with my little V4 4-cylinder. But I'll eat up everything else on that road. With ball tires and all. So I was watching Joe Rogan, and I like Joe, but he's a little old to be on that totally dude vernacular. He always does that. Like, he'll be like, I was at this motorcycle race and it was fucking awesome, dude. You know, my thing is, that's why I want to start with your song, because YouTube, you can't curse in the first minute or so I could get this out. But anyway, he kills me with that. He's like, yeah, totally, dude. It's like fucking awesome. I just wonder when Joe is having sex, if he's like that. He's like, oh yeah, right there. Oh, that's it. That's fucking awesome. You know. Love you, Joe, but you need to chill out with that shit. But you know what? This is not that. This is not that. What this is, Melomanic. So how you been, man? It's been a minute since we talked.
Same old, you know what I mean?
Good old stuff, man. I had wanted to pick up with you from what we talked. I'm cramping all of a sudden. I'm just stiff like hell because I drink too much caffeine. We had talked one time and we had a discussion about top 5 white rappers in the game. Remember that one? Who would you say? I want you to go through your list. Think about it. Of all
I
time.
remember my list. Go ahead.
Just do it off the top.
I know
You gotta say Eminem.
I put Eminem in there, but I don't think he's number one.
No, I didn't.
I won't even.
You don't have to label
I won't
him
even
like
go
that.
in order.
Just 5 at the top.
A$AP Rock,
A$AP Rock. Oh, A$AP Rock. I was
A$AP
thinking
Rock.
Rihanna's dude.
Eminem, Mac Miller, Vinnie Paz. Man, who's my fifth? I had a fifth too. I can't remember.
Which is funny because my list is way different.
Who is my?
Think about your 5th.
Yeah. Man, I can't believe.
I don't believe you didn't put Action Bronson in there.
Action's dope. I don't hit. Action's tight. That's my dude. But I don't know if I put him in.
Who's better than him? And Vinny's old school.
Vinny's tired.
Not the Beastie Boys? Beastie Boys were dope.
Beastie Boys were dope. I don't hate them either.
NC Search was dope too. You don't even know who your fifth one was at this point. Was it Atmosphere?
No.
Jack Harlow? Jack Harlow?
No. Definitely not.
Speaking of white boys, J. Cole gets on my nerves. No, not J. Cole, the musician per se, but why are people acting like he's the best thing since sliced bread? And I know he's not a white boy, but he looks it.
Man, I'm so mad I can't.
Can't think of the fifth one.
I had a top 5 list too, and I can't. Apparently, he's not that important because I can't remember. But.
It was G-Eazy.
What?
No?
I mean, that's hilarious. If Dom watched this, Dom would crack up. We've had an ongoing joke about that guy.
It's not G-Eazy?
No.
I would have Action,
Action is dope.
Mac Miller, Eminem. I can agree with Vinny. But we had one. Oh, and A$AP Rock. Yeah, that's it right there. A$AP Rock, underrated. He might be number 1 on that
A$AP
list.
is number 1. A$AP Rock is.
Yeah, he
Y'all
might
don't
be
know who that
underrated.
is, you need to.
The only thing about him is sometimes he is way too complicated.
Yeah, but what's wrong with that? He's doing it different than everyone else.
He is
Plus
different.
He makes dope music.
He is different. I would suggest y'all check him out.
Shout out to A$AP Rock.
What do you think of J. Cole?
J. Cole's cool.
I don't like him.
I don't hate him. I think gets a bit boring.
He's redundant.
But
why do they put him up there with Kendrick? I don't get it. Just because you hang with Drake don't mean you Drake caliber.
sometimes I don't know why they even put Kendrick up there.
Oh, we disagree on that.
And lyrically Kendrick's dope, but
I don't even think lyrically. I think creatively.
Yeah, that's I would give him more of the creative side than I would give him like some lyrical genius.
He could be complicated lyrically, but I don't know. I think there's others that can compete with him. But his creativity, I think, the way he did that Black Panther soundtrack.
Sometimes I just feel like things are like society will say like, okay, you know, like
it's this.
This everyone agrees on one thing, so everyone just assumes that that's what it is. That, in a sense, leaves your mentality closed to like being able to be open to other artists. Because hip hop, that's the great thing about hip hop, is it's so virtually like it's so well rounded. You don't have to just do one thing and that be considered like the GOAT. How do you pinpoint it? You got storyteller rappers. You got I think Mobb Deep, Prodigy is one of my favorites of all time.
I like Prodigy. Dope MC.
But that he's rap was like raw hip hop.
And what him and Alchemist did one-on-one was unique. I bet you Al misses him.
But at the same time, it's then you get you get people like Kendrick who are more, I would say, like storytellers in their craft. But I'm not hating on Kendrick by any means. I think Kendrick he's one of the best in terms of on that upper echelon of hip hop now. But there's so many artists that you can put there, I don't know, man. There's a lot of people that you talk to now, and all this generation, they don't know nothing about
It's bugging me. We
The
can't
rap
think of the
that
fifth
started this.
one though.
I know.
Who was that dude?
I don't know. It's making me mad too.
Oh, I'm drawing a blank too. Because
know
it's someone dope that we're missing.
We totally had this on. We talked about this. Too.
It's not that dude who did the Ice Cube cover, Logic. That dude is whack to me. No, I can't. That's true.
Tried to make that.
Yeah.
He can say nigger.
He can't say nigger.
But it's just.
And they were giving him flack over that for some reason. I don't even get why. By the way, he got the coolest socks. So could you lift your feet up so they can see?
We don't get to see it from here.
You gotta you not flexible?
No.
You gotta hit the gym,
I'm
kiddo.
fat now.
He got the coolest Ninja Turtle socks on. Stance, y'all. Not that they're a sponsor, but hey.
Should be.
They should.
You guys want to be.
That's right. We are promoting your brand.
Avid stance sock wearers, so it would be appreciated if you gave back.
So, album number 2.
Yeah, technically it's album number 1 because album number 2 got taken down.
It didn't know because Spotify gave me an option for a playlist for you and it includes pieces.
Yeah, but if you go on Spotify now, you won't find it.
Really? You took it down?
Yeah.
Oh.
Took it down.
Why'd you take it down?
You know, rushed to drop a project, was completely unfinished, wasn't produced good, just sounded terrible, and it was a lot of complaining. I want my projects to be artistically, like, I want them to make sense. I don't want it to just be where it sounds like a bunch of songs just thrown together.
Well, this particular album is called May, and it sounds like you put a lot into this.
I mean, so here's the thing.
Like engineering wise, it goes,
Yeah.
it's really intricate.
Initially, just so everyone's aware, the project was supposed to be called Lilith.
What you have at the last song.
Yes, and that's
So is the
Kind of
album kind of about the Lilith theme and then you
So-
did May?
Lilith was supposed to be an album that was about women, and
And it's still about women.
yeah, no, well, that May is Lilith, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
All the songs from May are Lilith songs. That's initially what they were supposed to be. But the thing is, it's just
Where'd you get May from?
May's from
For those
Hattie
who don't
Mae
know.
Trotsky, which is a very
Say her name slow.
Hattie Mae Trotsky.
Hattie Mae Trotsky.
Very
She's depicted on the album.
close
right?
friend of mine, yeah. With
Okay.
her brother, who's my best friend for 20 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's him and his sister. But she's a very,
You mean that handsome kid named Cole? He was about this little when I met him.
she's very, very close to me, close to our whole group in general. She passed away of an overdose 2 years ago, give or take. And she just loved our music, so it made more sense to dedicate the album to her. And I feel like this is something I want to actually get off, is I feel like a lot of people feel like they're going to listen to the project and it's going to be about her. It's not.
So I can relate, but go ahead.
What it is it's a compilement of songs that she probably would have enjoyed if she was still around today, because she just loved the more deeper, intricate songs that I made over the hard stuff, which she liked that too, but she really liked the deep stuff. So
it's in tribute to, but not necessarily depicting her.
it's in tribute to her because she always wanted me to keep going in my in music, because she loved my music. But it's the album itself, the songs in the album don't necessarily have to do with her. I feel like that would honestly, I love her to death, I miss her, but I feel like that would start getting dry. You do a whole album and every single song is dedicated to the person you lost. I feel like anybody who's ever dropped tribute albums, even what Kanye dropped Donda, which is to his mom,
Yeah.
there's like 24 songs on there, or however many, I don't know, but not all 24 of those songs are to his mother, is what I'm saying.
Right. So I can relate. My sister passed, and she passed as I was completing an album. Not only did I put the album out, but I passed it out in the funeral. I had her picture on it. But then when people listened to it, they said, because I had songs about child abuse and everything. So then they said, I don't get what this has to do with Deshaun. Well, nothing. You know, but
See, that's what's great.
except February.
That's
That
what's
was the
great
only song
music,
about her.
though, is that if May were to have listened to that project, which if she was still around, obviously it probably wouldn't be called May, but it all just kind of made sense to name it that, because I stumbled across the cover while I was scrolling through Facebook, and I don't know, I just was thinking about her a lot in the process of writing that album.
How old was she when she passed?
21, 22,
Young lady.
but you know.
I got a chance to meet her too, and through musical means, she listened to an a cappella version of something I was going to do before a concert. She was a young lady, younger than, I mean, she was young when she passed, but she was even younger then. And she told me something positive. She was like, I listened to what you just said and I really like that. Are you going to do that one? I said, yeah, and I just remember her complimenting the song and she really had a good ear.
Yeah, she was very happy, like wanted everybody to be happy kind of girl.
Like
And
it.
she was definitely genuinely interested in things. But
Is Deep Thought about her then?
Deep Thought is more...
Because you mentioned her in that.
Deep
Deep
Thought...
Breath, I mean.
Deep Breath. Yeah, I'm getting messed up with my names now.
And what did you mean by that? Just like as
Well,
if someone says, take a deep breath?
Yeah, it's almost like when you're in a therapist room and you just got done venting and they say, "Oh, take a deep breath," you know, something like that. But
That line in this song when you go, what do you say about God? Not no more. That one.
God don't need me, or what did I say? Man. Oh, God don't need me and He won't hold back.
Not no more. That was deep. I like that. But was that about her or
I mean, the song itself is more just about
death?
what I was feeling at the time. It's more like sad thoughts. Because I also mentioned Deshawn, which is my aunt.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on the show.
But it's more just, that song is just more about kind of, I don't know, it's just my feelings at the time, I guess. The whole album's supposed to be emotional. It's
I can't
supposed
listen to that song without. Sometimes I gotta skip it because I know I'm gonna get emotional listening to that song.
That song is a very sad one. Lilith, that one's a really sad
What's
one.
that about? Why did you name it Lilith?
That one's just about, because it's about a girl. Lilith, so the basis of Lilith.
Old fling or something?
No, Lilith is, I don't know if it's biblical, I can't remember where it comes from, but in one of those religions, Lilith is the wife to Lucifer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so that's why the album was going to be called Lilith. It was about women because she was, I believe, she ended up, I can't really remember. Honestly, I had my research on it. Once I changed the name, it all faded out of my memory. But she's the wife to Lucifer. At one point, she was. And I don't know, real well-known figure if you look her up. But the album was supposed to represent women. Every song is supposed to represent a woman in my life. So Lilith is like the metaphorical version of all of the women in one, if that makes sense.
No, that doesn't.
Every song is about a different woman.
Even your wife?
So there was a song that was supposed to be on there about my wife, and it didn't end up making it just because I didn't finish it. But
To be continued on that.
I probably won't ever go back to those songs.
So an album about women, and none of which is, none of the women would be your wife.
No, but it's more about my experiences growing up. Like, for example, there's a lot of songs on there that were just not added, but there was a song I had about like my mother and my sister.
You didn't add that.
No, but not every song. My point is, not every song is about like just women I've been affiliated with. It's just women in my life that had an impact on me.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense. So
Yeah.
not everything's like, not every song's like a
Relationship or
love
something.
song, yeah,
Right.
or whatever. It's
This song.
like the one with Goddess. That's more like,
So yeah, let's get into that. That one is
Mirrors.
Mirrors off the album. What do you mean by mirrors? And why the lovely goddess Manesia? What was the inspiration for having her on the song?
because she can sing, and it's real tough to find women who want to get into a studio who have singing voices. But
Why mirrors? What
Um,
were you looking at?
no, I mean, a lot of these songs just. I'm not really a deep, like, when I make my song names, sometimes they're just there.
I do the same.
But it's more like what the song's about. I mean,
Okay,
Mirrors,
so what's the song about?
Mirrors is more about, like, that one
She
is,
sounds like she's dissing men.
and that was kind of the point, though, is because I didn't want to have, my sister's a big feminist, just so we're all aware here. So I didn't want to have her on a song
Beautiful feminine.
making fun of women or whatever. So it was easier to kind of play both sides of it, you know, which is kind of what the song's about. But it's really just, Mirrors is more just about like giving to a woman and not really getting back, I guess, is kind of the whole point of the song. Or a real stuck-up woman who really just is about herself, but you give her everything. That one's definitely a relationship song.
Okay.
And Lilith is a relationship song too.
So you started in the album the same way.
Yeah, in a sense.
All right.
Those are just my favorite songs.
Why 9? Is that a good size for you? You keep it simple?
No, 9.
26
So
minutes.
initially Lilith was supposed to be 15 songs.
Okay. Oh, you
And I
kept those
finished
songs off. Oh.
So some of them are like half done, some of them just never got started. And the thing is, a lot of these songs were supposed to have, I was supposed to bring a lot of people, different people into the studio to do a lot of different skits. Lilith was going to be a very heavy skit album.
Right.
Where everything was going to kind of transition between the songs. It just never got done.
I understand.
So it was easier for me to not hold on to the songs I had done. That I pretty much, it was to the point where I was so far past the project that it was like, okay, I can release this as what it is because I like the songs and I don't want to just harbor them. Or I'll never get them done and I'll never put the songs out.
Well, I think you did a good job that way. Now, let me ask you, the one with Drugs and Lust with Bob Fake, you and Bob Fake have a lot of songs together, don't you?
Yeah, look out for Bob Manic.
Bob Manic, is that his album?
It's our album.
Your album? Oh, Bob Manic, that makes sense.
Joint collab.
So, why Drugs? Again, is that not what? Well, what's that
Drugs
song
and
about?
Lust, that one's just Drugs and Lust is kind of a parody song, but it's not. It's funny because what it really is about is being famous and having girls that want you. Or in our sense,
I noticed he mentioned that in his verse. Yeah.
being on drugs. And you know, when you're a lot of people who've been in that party life or whatever, and you know, you drink, you smoke weed, you do drugs, whatever, cocaine, whatever is your drug of preference, typically you can, it's really about the party life.
Right.
And how just, the song is deeper than just that though. It's really about how bad it can get. But the song itself is about a woman who is stuck to you because of your fame, notoriety, and because
Almost
you also
like-
are providing her with drugs, money.
Oh, kind of like that Almost Famous theme.
Yeah, and that's why, even in my verse, like I said, she just want my cash, admitting it wouldn't be a bad time if she was my type, something like that. But then I said, like, I don't know what happened. We was in the back room. She like all my tattoos. Yeah, she into rap dudes. And Fake kind of said the same thing. It's about like a woman who's into you because you're this big rapper,
Right.
You know.
Which is probably in abundance in the industry.
I'm sure when the fame comes, that comes. But you know, at the same
I
time,
wonder how you would decipher between someone who genuinely appreciates you as a person versus someone who's just in it for fandom. And in essence, they're using you.
And that's kind of what the song is about. And the fact that you, as a rapper or whatever, you know, might think that she's actually into you. And then that's why both of the verses kind of end with, mine and his kind of end with, she left. Like, she got what she wanted and she's gone, type stuff.
Nice.
And you didn't even realize it.
Well, I mentioned both Goddess Manasia and Bob Fake because you don't have too many features on this album.
No, I
What
mean, kept
you-
it short.
You got another one with me, Fable to God. I didn't name it though. What did you mean by non-rock? Or are you just saying that because I'm on the song?
Oh, Nine Rock, that's the label. Nine Rock Sava.
I like
just
it. No
didn't
one
name
never-
it. I didn't name it. If you ever go to my albums or you go to his albums, you'll see underneath on the little Spotify thing it says Nine Rock Sava Records. So it's just a shortened version of it. It just sounded cooler to put that, but it's the record label, so it's. I consider myself, when I drop my projects, I put them under Nine Rock Sava, so it's. This is the label, like, you know what I mean? It's like if Lil Wayne and Drake and
Cash
Nicki Minaj
Money-
did a song,
Cash
they put
Money
Cash
Brothers.
Money or something, yeah, or whatever.
Cash Stash or something.
But my point is just that was supposed to be kind of it. The funny thing is that's not even what the song's about for me. But I like that song a lot, and that one like kind of had to go on the album. It really worked for the album, and but that song too. I mean, at least on my verse, I'm talking about like criticism and people kind of having their opinions about who you are as an artist, and how everybody would rather be negative about you as an artist than just be willing to listen to what you're talking about. Which I get it, I have strong opinions about certain artists too, so I'm not going to sit here and act like you need to love my music because this, that, and the third, but it's just more like, I feel like people they'll listen through something once, they won't really listen to it, and then they conduct an opinion from that, and it's typically never good, because it's not what, I don't make music that's popular right now, so me not making that, I feel leads to a lot of different opinions.
Well, you say music that's popular right now, whereas hip-hop sales have dropped tremendously, and so has concert tickets.
Yeah.
I listen to the pundits and they say it's because the music's weak, but I really think it's the sign of the times where people don't have as much money as they once had.
That or just
post-COVID.
Hip-hop's not as popular as other genres of music are now.
But they kind of, things happen that way.
But I think it's been like a year or two now since a hip-hop song hit #1, except Doja Cat's I think recently did.
Yeah,
That's it.
Even Doja Cat.
It's in the genre of hip-hop is all I'm saying.
Actually, that wasn't it. Little Uzi Vert's Pink album, Pink Tape or whatever, that went
it's
number
just
one.
been a long time since
It went #1 though.
I don't know. It's been a long time is all I'm saying. And a lot of other songs are hitting #1 and are way out of the genre.
Taylor Swift?
But
See Chiefs games?
regardless, that's what that song was about. But, as an artist, I choose to vent through my music. I don't complain about it in real life, so.
Well, I have a vast vocabulary, but I had to look up ode. And it said it's a lyrical poem about a subject. Is there a particular subject you were talking about, or is that again?
An ode is just another one of those. It was another one of those songs. It was a dedication to just another friend I lost when I was a kid. She was a bit older than me, but she killed herself, and it was kind of to her. It was also kind of to me. Too. It was kind of a mixture of all of it. It's just an ode to them. But more what it's talking about is like when I say in the first part, you tell me that you want to go, it's more like you want to go like you want to die, not like you want to leave me.
That was a deep song.
It was, yeah.
Where the album took a turn tempo-wise was Roses.
Yeah, that's the one everybody likes. That's
just tempo-wise.
That's the most popular song right now.
Picked up.
Everyone who's commented on the album has said Roses is their favorite one, which is
why
funny.
Why do you think that is?
It's the up tempo of it, and I think the hook is catchy. I like the song. I don't hate it.
I think the catchiest hook is that "Who Knew."
Yeah, that's another. I like that one too.
Which you kind of like tripled the voices.
Yeah,
on the hook,
but I don't know. That one, Roses is a good song. I like that song a lot. That is one of my favorites. It's just funny that
you hear that a lot from people.
That's the one that gets the most plays now.
Yeah, I can see because the album kind of has this flow which causes you to listen instead of just wanting to get up and bebop to it or breakdance. It would be more. You would pay more attention to it. Whereas Roses, like I say, it takes a tempo turn, and all of a sudden, you go from what seems to be, I don't know, lower than 90 beats per minute, unless you're going real fast to make it slow. And then Roses is more like a 95 beat per minute.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm gonna be honest. There's
98.
Listening to it, like I consider it now to be more. It is an album, obviously, but I consider it to be more of a compilation of songs than anything else because it's not finished.
Innocence is what I tend to think about, or what I'm living with. monsters in my house. They want an honest man too, but I'm so deep in my bullshit. Hard to tell if half the time I'm half asleep or just bored here. Now it's your safety boat, your life jacket. You made me ghost, your life mattered, right? You repeated that twice before the dice clattered. And I've been owing God a conversation or two. Maybe gotta call Deshaun and see if heaven got room. I talk to Hattie Mae a lot, she's in my head most of the time. She tells me keep on moving on, but I get tired too, I'm human. Why'd he let you down on me? Confusion. I'm just trying to buy a little time before I lose it, I promise. See you in the skies, reaching down those hands. I know you feel me losing. How I crumble beneath those walls. I know you hear me screaming, but no one comes back. And how my palms bleed, that weight I carried. My face so deep down into your feelings. I don't know you, I'm still owed you, but God don't need me, and He won't hold back. I know. He won't hold back. innocence is what I tend to think about, or what I'm living with. These fucking monsters in my house. They want an honest man too, but I'm so deep in my bullshit. Hard to tell if half the time I'm half asleep or just bored here. Now it's your safety boat, your life jacket. You made me ghost, your life mattered, right? You repeated that twice before the dice clattered. And I've been owing God a conversation or two. Maybe gotta call Deshaun and see if heaven got room. I talk to Hattie Mae a lot, she's in my head most of the time. She tells me keep on moving on, but I get tired too, I'm human. Why'd he let you down on me? Confusion. I'm just trying to buy a little time before I lose it, I promise. See you in the skies, reaching down those hands. I know you feel me losing. How I crumble beneath those walls. I know you hear me screaming, but no one comes back. And how my palms bleed, that weight I carried. My face so deep down into your feelings. I don't know you, I'm still owed you, but God don't need me, and He won't hold back.